What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to C-Roll Productions. You guys, we got to talk about Marvel Studios and Phase 5 and Phase 6 and how Marvel might potentially be switching some things up because of the bad blowback that Phase 4 has gotten from fans and critics as well. This is very interesting, you guys. This is coming from a report from the MCU Direct. Now, before I get into that, let's talk about Phase 4. Phase 4 has been mixed. A lot of fans love it. A lot of fans don't like it. A lot of fans are whatever about it. This has ultimately been the rebuilding phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, introducing a bunch of brand new characters of like different variants of Loki's, you know, introducing the concept of the multiverse with Loki and Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, characters being introduced like Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Kate Bishop, you name it. This has literally been the rebuilding phase. They want us to love and embrace these characters like we loved and embraced the first three phases of the MCU. The Infinity Saga was spectacular. Now we're in the Multiverse Saga. So I can understand where some fans are kind of conflicted with Phase 4. But with these reports, you guys, quantity over quality has been Phase 4. And we can all agree with that. Now let's switch it up. It has to be quality over quantity. We've gotten so many projects in just this one phase alone. It is bonkers, you guys. Last year, it started off with WandaVision, Falcon the Winter Soldier, then Loki, What If, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home. That's all in just 1 year. 1 year's time. And then this year, we had Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. We had Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, Thor, Love and Thunder. We had Wakanda Forever, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, the I Am Groot short. There's been so much jammed into 1 year. And it's affecting the quality of Marvel's projects. Hence, some of the visual effects in Phase 4 have been absolutely bad. She-Hulk, terrible. Terrible visual effects I've seen in She-Hulk. Moon Knight was iffy in some scenes. And that's due to Marvel pushing out so many projects under their visual effects department, getting it done, hitting these deadlines, and it's ultimately affecting them. And Phase 4 starts with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium in February. Maybe they take a step back and only release 2 films and 1 show a year. Maybe we can get back into that rhythm when we only have 3 projects a year. Because to have like 3 shows or 4 shows and like 3 movies in 1 year is a lot. Where's that little breathing room to miss something? And that could be ultimately one of the problems, you guys. Look, we got to dive deep into this article. Let's see what the MCU Direct is stating, because this is very interesting. Okay, where's the beginning of this article? Where is the beginning of this article? Okay, Marvel Studios could be making some massive changes to their Phase 5 and Phase 6 lineups. After the negative reception for some of the content in Phase 4, there's no denying that the first few new phases of the MCU content post-Avengers Endgame was mixed. While projects like Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Spider-Man No Way Home were widely praised, movies such as Eternals, Thor: Love and Thunder, Mr. Mark. Many feel this is due to Marvel Studios and Disney focused on quantity over quality, especially when it comes to utilizing Disney Plus as a storytelling tool. Nearly all of those MCU shows had reactions raging all over the place. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier taking the brunt of the negativity. Now following the lukewarm reception of Phase 4 and the firing of former Disney CEO Bob Chapek, Marvel Studios is looking to make some changes. Bob Iger's back, you guys. And Bob Iger's going to be changing some things up. Best believe, one thing I want to say is, best believe he's going to try to get that China box office back for their films, because it is hitting Marvel Studios. It is hitting them. That's ultimately losing roughly around 200 to 250 million a movie in box office revenue from China. And that affects them. If Multiverse of Madness got that, it would have made over $1 billion. If Thor: Love and Thunder got that, it would have made over $1 billion. If Wakanda Forever would have got that, it would have made over $1 billion. It is affecting their films, and I feel like they are going to do something to get that box office revenue back. I guarantee you guys. A new report from the Cosmic Circus sources reveal that Marvel Studios might be facing some big changes after Bob Iger's return as CEO at Disney and the negative feedback Phase 4 has received from some fans and critics. Many believe that the last 2 years of Marvel content has been, has been lukewarm, and that the studio is prioritizing quantity over quality. According to the Cosmic Circus and the outlets of the sources, Marvel themselves have picked up on the worries about the overall approach for Phase 4. So now, as a preventive measure to assure quality control, both Marvel and Disney are reevaluating the future releases of Phase 5 and beyond that, are not already in production. Their sources say that Marvel Studios is hoping to hammer in quality over quantity take on its future projects to avoid the issues it faced with Phase 4. They note that one move behind considered Marvel and Disney is to develop a sort of creative oversight on the future of the MCU releases in order to establish more quality control moving forward. That is very interesting, and they're not wrong. They are not wrong. Ultimately, you want to have quality over quantity. Even if we get 2 projects a year and those 2 projects are stellar, I am fine with that. You could do one in the beginning of the year and the end of the year. But most likely, Marvel Studios should revert of going to 3 projects a year. Beginning, middle, and end. That is all. I don't need 3 Disney Plus shows along with 3 films. That's 6 projects a year. That is a lot. Think about it. The amount of projects we've gotten in Phase 4 is legit the amount of projects we got in the Infinity Saga. And that lasted 10 years. Marvel took their time with the Infinity Saga. Now, granted, they didn't have Disney Plus as a tool to tell stories. So they only had the film releases, which is fine. But now that they have Disney Plus and they can tell all kinds of stories and do these little specials like Werewolf by Night and, the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, maybe it's a little bit too much. Because we still do have a lot of content coming out in Phase 5. Phase 5, like I stated, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium, you have Secret Invasion, you have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, you have Echo, you have Loki Season 2, you have The Marvels, you have Ironheart, you have Agatha the Covenant of Chaos, Daredevil Born Again, New Captain America New World Order, Thunderbolts, Blade, and Deadpool 3. So there's still so much more to come. But the quality of their projects have taken a hit because of the rushed projects they've released during Phase 4. It's been too much. Then you kind of also have to take, in consideration everybody who's making these projects, everybody who's doing the visual effects, giving them the proper time so they're not rushed to hit these ridiculous deadlines, giving the writers more time to flush out a great script. You don't want an issue with Blade. You know what I'm saying? How they had to legit get rid of everybody, get rid of all the original writers, get rid of the directors. You don't want those issues. Whoever's going to be helming, these next big Marvel projects like Sean Levy on, in Deadpool 3, you want to give him the proper time. Give your artistic visionaries the proper time to deliver these great Marvel projects. That's what they should be really focused on. Because I can only imagine, feeling some of the pressure that some of these directors, visual effects artists, these writers, they have. Because it's like, okay, we have a deadline we have to hit because we have this we have to hit. And it's so much. And, you don't want that kind of undue pressure onto the people making these projects. Because ultimately, you want the people making these projects to feel comfortable enough to deliver the task at hand that they want. It's a passion project. That's the way I always want to view things. It's a passion project. And when you make anything with passion, you're going to have a good project in your hands. So Phase 5 and Phase 6 definitely it has to take a different direction than what Phase 4 really established with, the quality over quantity take that a lot of people are now stating, because ultimately, you want Phases 5 and Phases 6 to feel refreshing. You want it to feel brand new. Like, there's so many great projects I'm super stoked about. Captain America, New World Order, cannot wait. Deadpool 3, Secret Invasion, cannot wait. Ironheart now, I love her introduction in Wakanda Forever. And I want all of these projects to really succeed. I do. It breaks my heart when I hear something behind the scenes is happening, or writers getting fired, especially Blade, because Blade was delayed and that had a whole shift, and you don't want that whole problem to come back. You don't want that to be a reoccurring thing where one project is affected because of something and then it affects all the other projects. You know what I mean? I hate that with a passion. I hate it, you guys. But please, post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Marvel Studios and Disney really going to be reevaluating on how they handle things in Phase 5 and Phase 6 moving forward. Thoughts and opinions, you guys, please post them down below and let me know what you guys think. Peace.